ExTeam Canada star says country will have national emergency if team loses to US in 4 nations. Final stakes for game heightened due to recent geopolitical tension. Former Canadian hockey player Paul Bissonnette warned of a national emergency for the country if Team Canada loses to the US in the upcoming 4 nations face-off final on Thursday. Bissonnette made the declaration during an interview on the Pardon My Take podcast on Wednesday when he was asked if a loss to the US would prompt a national emergency in his country. It would be safe to say yes. It would be a national emergency if we lose that game on Thursday, Bissonnette said. The former player and current TV analyst suggested that a loss would cause countless Canadians to doubt the competence of their national team considering the stakes. For a week straight, everybody's going to argue about the lineup decisions. There would be conversations about blowing up Hockey Canada and restructuring the whole thing. There will be dialogue about how youth hockey is far too expensive, how much it is to rent ice, how much it is to buy equipment, about how the common man has been weeded out. Bissonnette said, the stakes for Thursday's game have been raised amid physical hostility between the teams throughout the tournament and geopolitical tension between the two countries in recent weeks. It started on February 13 when Canada fans in Montreal booed the U.S. national anthem. The tension stemmed from President Donald Trump's recent threats to issue tariffs on Canada, while also suggesting the country should become America's 51st state. Then on Saturday, 3 fights broke out in the first 9 seconds of a 4 nations face-off game between the U.S. and Canada. At the opening puck drop, Matthew Tkachuk of the U.S. and Canada's Brandon Hagel didn't wait to drop the gloves. Just 2 seconds later, Matthew's brother Brady went toe-to-toe with Sam Bennett. Then a scrap involving just about everyone broke out, and JT Miller and Colton Parayko got into a fight of their own. The U.S. went on to win that game, 3-1. Canadian national anthem was then booed at TD Garden in Boston before a 4 nations game between Canada and Finland. Canada went on to win that game to clinch a matchup against the U.S. in the championship game. The general manager for the U.S. men's team, Bill Gorin, appeared on America's Newsroom on Monday and was asked whether the brawl was ignited because of the booing, previous heat between players, or the political strife between the U.S. and Canada. Gorin said he thought it was all of the above. I think a little bit of everything. Canada-U.S. is a huge rivalry in hockey, he said. I think there was a little bit of a political flair to it. It's just the time that we're in. I think our guys use that as inspiration. If you let it get the better of you, then you're in trouble. But I really do think the players used it as inspiration. Guerin touted the intensity of play between the two teams, calling it the highest level of hockey ever played. Guerin even said Trump should attend Thursday's game. We would love it if President Trump was in attendance. We have a room full of proud American players and coaches and staff, he said. And listen, we're just trying to represent our country the best way we can.